Hey everybody, it's Coffee with Mick, breaking down this discussion about whatever I want to talk about in the morning. Well, it happened. They did the impossible. In the Netflix ratings, Fairly Odd Parents: A New Wish beat Coco Melon. Not just FOP, other shows, thank God, but man, woo! I think we're getting the second season, baby. That is a perfectly fine reboot. Probably one of the best, requels I've ever seen. I would call it a requel. It's reboot, sequel, pretty much. You know, reboot only because Bush Hartman's not writing for it, which honestly makes it better. And let's get real here, he's not even the real genius of it. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. But I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad that Hazel Antoinette Wells defeated that horrifying baby and the weird songs that would be sung around the songs. Songs around the horrifying baby of destiny. Yeah. Oh boy, so season 2 probably gonna be a thing. Wonder what they're gonna do. I mean, will Dev actually have his memory erased? He had sunglasses on. Remember that from the original series? The memory erasers didn't work with people with sunglasses on. Yeah. But also, one thing that I hope kind of the series kind of acknowledges, the way they deal with just fairy godparents and kids, not necessarily the best. Like, the rule is, kid is miserable, kid gets fairy godparent who will grant them all the wishes they want. And I feel like Hazel's probably a bit more stable than Dev for a lot of reasons. One, she actually has parents who care about her. Two, she got her fairy godparents before she did the audible outcry of misery, you know? She wasn't even supposed to get Cosmo and Wanda. They were planning to give her Cookie in a later episode. Yeah. A lot of people think, oh, why does she have fairy godparents if she's not completely miserable? She didn't say she was miserable. Let's go back to the first episode. What was she gonna do? What was she gonna do after learning that her brother wasn't coming to visit? After moving to a new school? After upending her life? Having a really embarrassing day at school? Yeah, she was gonna run away. She was gonna straight up run away from home to Dimmodelphia. Wait, no, wherever the hell her brother is. Not Dimmodelphia. Dimmodelphia is where they are. Yeah. Imagine the course of events. Hazel runs away from home, doesn't have any money. She's in an alley somewhere, hungry, miserable. That's when she'd meet Cookie. Yeah. They were gonna wait for this little girl to be in a goddamn alley before giving her fairy godparents. Anyone else see the problem with that system? I feel like Hazel is a little more you know stable than Dev for a lot of reasons, primarily because they got Hazel help before the absolute misery breaking point. You look at Timmy himself too. He was he probably could have had help the moment Vicky ran into his life. She was a plague on his life for years after essentially tricking his parents into thinking that she was a good babysitter and everything. Then they gave him fairy godparents who would give him everything he wants as essentially a distraction from the misery in his life. And that's probably not the best way to deal with misery and depression and everything. Because then he ends up weirdly enough becoming selfish because he's getting everything in his life. It kind of ended up working the opposite direction generally. Yeah. I'm one of the ones who subscribes to the headcanon that after Channel Chasers, like, Mr. and Mrs. Turner would just regularly figure out that Vicky is actually a horrible babysitter. Like, they end up actually learning the lesson deep down. But Timmy just mind wipes them continuously because he wants Cosmo and Wanda still in his life. So, some character development there, but, that doesn't, like, erase their straight up neglect. Also, Channel Chasers should have been the end of the series. Like, for real. For real. Ugh. Yeah, but Fairly Odd Parents, A New Wish. Beat Cocomelon. Really hoping for season 2 because it would be good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I hope everybody has a morning.